Hi guys, hope you all are doing good. So in this today's lecture, we are going to discuss the top 10 interview questions in Python. So I will explain everything in very simple words. Even though if you are a beginner, you can understand everything easily. So without any delay, let's begin. So first we're going to see our first question. So what is Python? So this is somewhat a beginner question. So Python is a high level programming language. It is easy to learn and easy to write. So Python is used in many fields. Suppose it is used in web development, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, and data science, automation, and game development. So example, print hello world. So let me write an example. So let me write here. So we're gonna print hello world. To print hello world, we need to write print, and with the and we need to write hello world, and we need to close the bracket. So the output gonna print hello world. So Python is a very popular because its syntax is simple and readable. So let us move to the next question. So what are the features of Python? So important features of Python are: it is easy to understand, it is easy to learn, it is open source and platform independent, it has object oriented, large library support, dynamically typed. So remember at least five futures. So you need to remember at least five futures. So that is enough. So now we're gonna see the third question. Difference between what is the difference between list and tuple? So the answer is list means simply list uses square brackets. So list uses the square brackets and it can be changed actually. So list can be changed. So what when it comes to tuple, it gonna uses parenthesis. So this is the parenthesis, so it cannot be changed. So let me give an example. Let me move to the next page. So suppose let me write my list. So my list equal to brackets 10, 20, 30. So another, so my tuple equal to 10, 20 and 30. So list means mutable and tuple means non-mutable. So this is what. So let us move to the next question. So what are variables? So this question is asked in many languages. What are variables? So it is asked in C programming, C++, Java, Python, and other programming languages. A variable is a name used to store data. Suppose let me write an example. Suppose name equal to Jack. So name equal to Jack. His age is 16. So here name stores the text and age stores the number. Variables helps us to store and reuse the information. So let us move to the next question. What are Python data types? So this is also asked in many programming languages. So common data types are int, float, structure, boolean, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. So let me write it. So int, float, and tuple, and the tuple spelling is wrong. So let me erase it. So tuple and list and boolean. So it is also a data type in Python. So and dictionary. So these are the some data types in Python. So know the purpose of each data type. So int stores the integer value, float stores the float value, and tuple, list, boolean, dictionary, and etc. So let us move to the sixth question. What is the function? A function is a block of code that performs a specific task. So calling a function and it gonna displays the output, and function reduce code repetition. And let me write the example for function also. So let me define the function greet. Greet. So I'm declaring function. So I'm going to print welcome. So when I call this function, it gonna print welcome. So function reduces code repetition. So let us move to the next question. So the difference between what is the difference between single is equal to and double is equal to? So the answer is simple. So this is also a very important question to know the difference between these both symbols. So the single is equal to is an assignment operator. So it assigns a value. Suppose, let me write, suppose x equal to 10. So it assigns value. So what is mean by double is equal to? It is a comparison operator. Suppose example 10 equal to 10. Let me write double equal to. So the output is true. So this question is very common in interviews also. So the single is equal to used to assign the values and double is equal to is used to check the condition. So the next question is, what are dictionary? A dictionary means stores data in key value pairs. Suppose, let me write again. Suppose student. Let me the example student is equal to in flower brackets name Jack and um, let us take age age suppose age can be 20. Here name is key, so Jack is the value and dictionary uses curly brackets. So in tuple and list and dictionaries have different brackets. So let us move to the ninth question. What is a loop? So loop repeats a task multiple times. Example for int, let me write again. So for I in range 5, suppose the 5, let me take 5. So we're going to print I. So now it's gonna print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, sorry, it's gonna print 0 also. So two common loops are for loop and while loop. So now we are going to the last question of the day. So what is OOPS? OOPS means it's a programming method based on object and classes. OOPS stands for Object Oriented Programming Language. So it deals with classes, objects. Classes means blueprints, and object means real thing created from the blueprint. So we need to remember these four pillars: encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. So these will be taught in my further lectures. I hope this lecture is clear to everyone. Let me know in the comments out of these 10 how many you have answered. So thanks for watching and see you guys in the next lecture.